My favourite place to study at university is the chemistry common room. All my friends are there. We have the lecturers right outside the door, so if we have any questions we can go and ask them. It's really a social environment, so it's a lot of fun as well. However, if it's a nice day and the sun is out, I love sitting outdoors and studying.
My favourite place to study in the university would be the common spaces that the uni has, because there's so many people willing to help out all the time, and then also the vibrancy of the place as well.
My favourite place to study in the university is the computing labs, simply because if you have any problems, there's always someone there to help you or give you a hand.
There are definitely hints to being successful at study. One of them, I think, is to make friends in your classes. For me, having friends in all your units makes it really easy because you can all discuss assignments that are coming up, or if you forget that something's due, they can remind you. It's a really big thing for me. Also, something that helps me is I take notes in the lectures, and then when it comes up to the exam, I try and cram everything important on one page, and that way I feel like there's not as much to remember. That's something that really helps me.
My biggest hint to being a successful student would be looking at your unit syllabus before the semester starts and finding out what's marked and assessed and when it's due, and then writing that all down on a calendar and being able to stick to that.
To be successful in your studying, you have to be focused on what you're doing. You have to be consistent with your studying. And lastly, there's always going to be time for you to go out with your friends, play sports or play video games even, but you need to be ready to moderate that or cut down on that during certain times of the semester.
I do find it difficult sometimes to balance work, uni and my life, but once I prioritise, try and get things done as soon as I get them, don't leave things to the last minute, they're out of the way and I can go and celebrate and have fun with my friends on the weekend.
The biggest challenge I've faced so far was learning how to manage time. In high school, everything is micromanaged for you, but when you come to university, you decide when to do lectures, you decide when you want to do your pracs, and you decide when to study. And at times this tends to be very overwhelming, but there's always people to give you a hand, and there's always a supportive network, and there's always someone you can approach for help.
My biggest challenge that I face with my studies would be always usually around crunch time or exam time. And the best way to tackle that is to be prepared in advance, and also to give yourself time to take those well-deserved breaks as well.
Transitioning from school to uni, it's a big change and it's very different to school, but it becomes a lot easier and it gets heaps better as you get further into your course. So stick with it because it gets so much easier and it's a lot of fun as well.